And we're back in the Denver market. Any more cat races this time? I don't see any. Are you over here still? Let me just double check. I want to see for the cat races. No? No cat races today. Sorry. Cat racing season is over. So, do I have anything I can get rid of?
Welcome back. Is there something else you'd like to look at? Only the finest crafts, straight from Orzammar.
Yeah, maybe I have something else than wares from Orzammar for you.
Every piece comes with a stamp of assurance from my wife's father, the best smith in Denerim.
I still wonder if that means that you're the son-in-law of Wade. Trap triggers, corruptor agent, a lot of arrows. Band of Fire. Band of Fire is not bad, but I have better stuff. You know, I think I have to sell this ruby. Or do I? No, I'll keep it for now. Maybe one day. This Dragonbone plate armor. It's nice, but... no, I'm not selling the dagger. These things I want to use for a change. Yeah, it's not good. It's really not good. I want to keep so much stuff. Maybe... do I have to fight undead anymore? I'm not sure. Yeah, come on, let's sell one of those. 4% spell resistance is not per se bad, but I don't know. I want to keep so many runes for when I might be able to improve them, to upgrade them. Then this would save some time and such. Manual Berserker? Do I need Berserkers? Not really. Let me just double check if there's anything in Al Even's estate that I might have forgotten before I go into the Landsmeet. Let me see. Anything. Anything at all. No? Can I talk to you?
His lordship has gone ahead to the palace. Please, I beg you, do not leave him.
What about you?
Denuel is like to have a fit. Our Lehman needs to show up without notice more often.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
Yeah, I agree. But, by the way, would you mind asking me some questions?
It doesn't have better things to do.
No, not really. I mean, the only other thing would be the Landsmeet. So, of course you're more important than Landsmeet. So, how did you end up on Honleith? Do you remember?
Oh yes, that I remember quite well. My former master, the Mage Wilhelm, he brought me. As I recall, he had acquired some position with whatever lord ruled the land. I, being little more than a glorified possession at the time, was brought along. Oh, how he enjoyed impressing the villagers with me. Gollum snarl at that villager there, be fearsome. And of course, I would have to do it.
Yeah, you didn't like this Wilhelm, I take it.
He did love using that control rod. Fondled it so much his wife actually threatened to throw it in the lake. Ha! I would have liked to have seen that. Which reminds me, where did it find the rod? Did it pay a great deal for it?
Not really. Actually it was for free, so it was quite a bargain.
So long as it realizes that I'm inexpensive and not cheap.
Of course. And do you remember anything before Honleith?
I traveled with the mage. He did a lot of traveling, I remember that. But where we went, it is rather fuzzy. I remember great battles, fighting many humans long ago. They were all very soft and squishy. And before that, no, there are only images. I was somewhere dark.
Maybe in the deep roads? So, why were you put out in front of the tower?
That is where Wilhelm kept me. He wanted me out in the open where I could be frightening like a scarecrow. I was supposed to watch for thieves. Pah! Plus, his wife didn't want me indoors. She said there wasn't room for me. Hag.
Alright. What do you know about his wife?
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors. So the mage had me shrunk down. Can it believe it? And she still wanted me out.
How does someone shrink a golem?
With a chisel. And a lot of nerve.
Interesting. But I'll leave you be for now.
Good. I was just about done talking about it. It does like to have a good chat now and again, doesn't it?
Aww. Sorry that I bothered you.
Very nice indeed.
There you go. What about you?
His lordship's already gone, Warden, but you're to make yourself comfortable. You hear?
Alright, I will. What about my dog? Aww. He probably also marked your territory somewhere. Alistair's room, I presume.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire. What comes, my friend?
I was just curious.
So, full of questions, are you?
Yeah, did you grow up in the Kokari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You can probe me anytime.
Beg pardon then while I jump for joy. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That does sound like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
I have no idea. I'm not human.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Sure. Alright, so I talked with Shale. I petted my dog, and then I talked to Morrigan, so all my companions are taken care of. And I don't like those rugs, I gotta say. Those blue and gold ones, those are prettier. Alright. And again, I'm stuck. So who do I bring? I haven't brought my dog in a while. And since Golems had to stay out of the Isle of Denerim's estate,
Yes.
I'm gonna bring Shale and the dog. I mean, this is Ferelden. People love dogs around here. Even though it pains me to leave Morrigan behind. So,
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar.
let's go this way. Into the palace. The long route, apparently. I mean, wouldn't it be shorter to go out there? This road, this main road, then over that bridge, or is this a dead end? I don't know. This town is weird.
My lords and ladies of the Landsmeet, Tyrn Loghain would have us give up our freedoms, our traditions, out of fear. He placed us on this path, yet we should place our destiny in his hands? Must we sacrifice everything good about our nation to save it?
A fine performance, Aemon. But no one here is taken in by it. You would attempt to put a puppet on the throne, and every soul here knows it. The better question is who will pull the strings.
Ah! Here we have the puppeteer.
Tell us, Warden, how will the Orlesians take our nation from us? Will they deign to send their troops, or simply issue their commands through this would-be prince? How much Ferelden blood does Orlesian gold buy these days?
The Blight is the threat here, not Orlais.
There are enough refugees in Mybanor now to make that abundantly clear.
The South is fallen, Loghain. Will you let Darkspawn take the whole country for fear of Orlais?
The Blight is indeed real, Wolf. But do we need Grey Wardens to fight it? They claim that they alone can end the Blight, yet they failed spectacularly against the Darkspawn at Ostagar. And they asked to bring with them 4 legions of Chevaliers. And once we open our borders to the Chevaliers, can we really expect them to simply return from whence they came?
You fled the field at Ostagar at the worst possible moment. If you really had thought this battle was lost, you would have retreated much earlier. But instead you waited for the beacon on Tower of Ishal to be lit by us, and only then did you retreat, the moment you were supposed to strike. You wanted us to fail. You abandoned the Tower of Ishal so that we would not make it in time. Or at least that was the intent, but we did. So, what is your excuse for that, huh? You are not a worthy general. You are not an officer. You couldn't command a Johnny detail. You are the worst kind of military there is. You only wanted an excuse to say that we Grey Wardens wouldn't have lit the beacon, and so you never got the order to attack, and then you could have retreated after Kaelin's death. But instead, you saw that we did light the beacon. Your retreat then doesn't make any sense from a military perspective.
Oh, please go on. The Landsmeet longs to hear a proper tactical analysis of Ostagar from an elf. You goaded him into making that charge. He believed the tales, Warden. He thought your handful of men would turn the tide for him. Strategy and consequences be hanged. What would you have me do? Kaelin's was not the only life in my hands. Should I have sacrificed the entire army for his mistake? Do not imagine that you can shame me with Kaelin's death. He was Marik's son, my king. No one regrets his loss more than I do.
Uh-huh. But you do realize that it wasn't the tales of heroic Grey Wardens that led him into this charge. It was the tales of your heroism against the Olesians. He just didn't change your bravado, your hatred against Olesians, but he wanted to go after you. And his father, of course, whom you supported. He wanted to be like you. And in that case, do you also regret selling elves to Winter?
Selling elves? Explain this, Loghain.
This is war. Did you believe it would be like the old tales? Knights with pennants flying over battlefields where all outcomes are decided simply and with honor. War is cruel. Every soul who fought alongside Marik knows this. And in it, there are no such things as innocence, only the living and the dead, and the degrees of guilt both bear. Sacrifices were made. If they were too great, the Maker will judge me for it. But enough of this. I have a question for you, Warden. What have you done with my daughter?
I rescued her out of our house, new estate here in Denerim.
You took my daughter, our queen, by force, killing her guards in the process. What arts have you employed to keep her? Does she even still live?
I believe I can speak for myself. Lords and ladies of Ferelden, hear me. My father is no longer the man you know. This man is not the hero of Riverdane. This man turned his troops aside and refused to protect your king as he fought bravely against the Darkspawn. This man seized Kaelin's throne before his body was cold and locked me away so I could not reveal his treachery. I would have already been killed, if not for this Grey Warden.
See? The Queen speaks the truth. For a change.
So, the Warden's influence has poisoned even your mind, Enora. I wanted to protect you from this. My lords and ladies! Our land has been threatened before! It's been invaded and lost and won times beyond counting. We Fereldans have proven that we will never truly be conquered so long as we are united. We must not let ourselves be divided now. Stand with me, and we shall defeat even the Blight itself!
Southreach stands with the Grey Wardens.
Waking Sea stands with the Grey Warden.
Dragon's Peak supports the Warden. The Western Hills throw their lot in with the Wardens. Make her help us.
I stand by Loghain. We've no hope of victory otherwise.
I stand with the Warden. The Blight is coming. We need the Grey Wardens.
The Landsmeet is against you, Loghain. Step down gracefully, or I will step on you.
Traitors! Which of you stood against the Orlesian Emperor when his troops flattened your fields and raped your wives? You fought with us once, Eamon. You cared about this land once. Before you got too old and fat and content to even see what you risk. None of you deserve a say in what happens here. None of you have spilled blood for this land the way I have. How dare you judge me?
Is that what you go into now? Fat shaming? Really? Come on, call off your men and we'll settle this honorably.
Then, let us end this. I suppose we both knew it would come to this. A man is made by the quality of his enemies. Marek told me that once. I wonder if it's more a compliment to you or me. Enough! Let the Landsmeet declare the terms of the duel.
It shall be fought according to tradition. A test of arms, in single combat until one party yields. And we, who are assembled, will abide by the outcome.
Will you face me yourself, or have you a champion?
I mean, of course, this is Ferelden. I am only a poor elf from the alien edge. You wouldn't accept me dueling you, and I already learned that golems aren't welcome here. And no one really see any real issue with me nominating my proud warhound.
Warden, no. I'm afraid we can't leave the fate of all Ferelden up to your dog. Anyone with a leftover ham bone could buy his allegiance. Choose someone else.
Alright, I'll do it myself.
It is you or me the men will follow. So, let us fight for it. Prepare yourself.
Alright. How about I try to paralyze you? No? Then maybe some vulnerability hacks and a little bit... Oh wait, now you're paralyzed? Why did it take so long? So what else can we do? That's fun and proper. Maybe we should increase our spell power and shock you a little more before we burn you. A little bit more arcane bolt, some life drain in the mix, and then I upgrade my mana because this is so fun. Maybe we can freeze you again. Yes, we can. Another lightning, another arcane bolt. Let's freshen up on the vulnerability hacks. And yeah, now another life drain. Oh really? You are caught. Oh, why wasn't I attacking?
Come and get me if you dare!
Alright, you pushed me on the ground once.
You're getting sloppy!
I see.
Wonderful. I underestimated you, Warden. I thought you were like Kalen, a child wanting to play at war. I was wrong. There's a strength in you that I have not seen anywhere since Marek died. I yield.
No. You'll die for what you've done.
Wait, there is another option. The Teyrn is a warrior and general of renown. Let him be of use. Let him go through the joining.
Are you nuts? Even if you wouldn't be a nationalist, a racist against allegiance, and someone who wanted to get rid of all Grey Wardens in a most maniacal way, he's a terrible soldier. He's a terrible fighter, as we've just seen. Okay, he pushed me on the ground once. I give him that. But that was it. I hardly got a scratch. And you think he's a good fighter? No way. And I already spoke about Ostagar. Logain is a terrible strategist. There is absolutely no value to having him in the Grey Wardens. He's not even good as an arrow sponge or anything. falls over in the first minute. No.
There are too few of us. It's not a matter of what we like, it's a matter of what we must do. Our duty is to slay the Archdemon. We aren't judges. Kinslayers, blood mages, traitors, rebels, Carter thugs, common bandits. Anyone with the skill and the mettle to take up the sword against the Darkspawn is welcome among us. There are 3 of us in all of Ferelden, and there are compelling reasons to have as many wardens on hand as possible to deal with the Archdemon.
The joining itself is often fatal, is it not? If he survives, you gain a general. If not, you have your revenge. Doesn't that satisfy you?
Absolutely not! Riordan, this man abandoned our brothers and then blamed us for the deed. He hunted us down like animals. He tortured you! How can we simply forget that?
And no, Riordan, I agree with you that we will have better chances if there were more than 3 wardens. However, if we look for alternatives, if we look to strengthen our numbers, we should look for suitable candidates, not some pushover and military, well, the opposite of genius. How about the guard at the door here? Wouldn't that be a better suited candidate, or any knight of Ferelden, or some barmaid perhaps would probably be a stronger candidate than Logain? So absolutely not. I agree with you that we should look for better candidates. We should look around before the Archdemon shows up. Fully agree, but not Logain.
You can't do this. My father may have been wrong, but he is still a hero to the people.
Honora. Hush. It's over.
Stop treating me like a child. This is serious.
Daughters never grow up, Honora. They remain 6 years old with pigtails and skinned knees forever.
Father.
Just make it quick, Warden. I can face the Maker knowing that Ferelden is in your hands.
Very well. I've been waiting for this moment since Ostagar. And of course I want to look you in the eye.
So it is decided. Alistair will take his father's throne.
Wait, what? No! When did this get decided? Nobody's decided that. Have they?
He refuses the throne. Everyone here has heard him. I think it's clear then. He abdicates in favor of me.
I hardly think you're the appropriate person to mediate this, Honora. Warden, will you help us?
Of course, we should abolish the monarchy, even abolish the nobility, and open the country for democracy, for equality, and... Why are you all looking at me like this? Yeah, okay. We'll delay this for after the Blight. For now, we'll go with... I can decide.
As the arbiter of this dispute, what is your decision? Who will lead Ferelden?
Honora, but... only to the end of the Blight. Everyone clear on that? Only until the end of the Blight. After that, we restart negotiations about democracy. Everyone clear on that? I don't hear any no's. That's good. We'll talk about this later then.
Thank you, Warden. You were wise not to disrupt Ferelden's governance any further in a time of such crisis. My first act as Queen must be to insist on receiving Alistair's oath before all the Landsmeet, to relinquish all claim to the throne for himself and his heirs.
Oh, I never wanted it. I mean, yes, of course. Happily, in fact.
And now, lords and ladies of Ferelden, there is still a Blight to defeat and armies to gather, and I appoint this man to lead us in both. We will not allow this land be further threatened by the Archdemon. Gather your forces and await the Warden's command. On the morrow, we shall begin our struggle against the greatest threat Ferelden has ever faced. And we shall triumph over it, for we are Ferelden.
Alright, and now I would like to loot Loghain. No? No loot?
So it's done. My father is dead. I never thought he would go so far. I never thought it would end like it did.
I did.
Such a waste.
I did. No. I mean, he is wasted. That much is true. But hey, he was a criminal. But I don't blame children of criminals for their crimes. So, yeah. And about that democracy idea later, I have some ideas. Maybe we can talk to that later this evening.
Yes, I know. He was also a hero and a patriot and sometimes even a good man. People are never so easy to categorize. Arl Eamon has left for Redcliffe and tells me that our armies have almost fully gathered there. I will be heading there myself. Bring your companions and join us at Redcliffe Castle as soon as you are able. You have united Ferelden, Warden. Now we face the Blight.
Why Redcliffe? Why not here in Denerim? Wouldn't it make more sense? I mean, Redcliffe is somewhat central in Ferelden, but Denerim is the capital. There's probably already a large amount of Oh, by the way, those cats... Are they taking a break from the cat races? Apparently. Oh, that's it. The Arl of Redcliffe is sponsoring his 2-cat racing team here. Now I get it. Alright. Oh, and finally I can take all my companions again. That's so much better.
I shall do it.
This is not good. Too much stuff in my inventory.
Magic exists to serve man and never.
Yes?
Can I craft anything? I mean, if I buy more of this stuff, I could, but... yeah. I think I'll be fine. I hope I'll be fine. So, and this is still gone. I can't find all 5 hooded couriers because this somehow is gone. Final battle, lost in a castle. Oh, I didn't double check with the blacksmith. Alright, let me go to Redcliffe then and ask the smith. I hope she made it back. I just wanted to leave Redcliffe so much that I didn't double check. But, oh, dead cows? Well, Arl Eamon is back in business, so that might be normal under him.
It's you! The Grey Warden! Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me.
Monsters? What is it? Again the undead? Or is it Darkspawn now?
Just a few hours ago. Not that long after everyone was evacuated to the castle. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here. But it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived.
Is the Archdemon here?
I didn't see anything that I'd call an Archdemon. Isn't that supposed to be a big dragon? No, nothing like that. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Oh. Well, we know the deal, don't we? You know what? I'm gonna start with Death Cloud for a change.
Look at this mess!
Well,
I love it! Stay still!
Locked. Great.
Time to end!
They drop rather quickly.
Ready for
If all their army is like this, then we don't have much to fear, I think.
On.
Very well. Hopefully you do not fight.
Victory shall be mine. This should be easy enough.
'Tis too easy.
Alright. Oh, and there's more. Blight wolves this time.
On it.
Maybe I can get them with a fireball. Yes, I can. What about you? Do you drop as easy as well?
This should be
if
easy
only I could have a clear line of fire. Yeah. Alright. Darkspawn are really easy apparently. Yeah, let me get into Spirit Healer. And... This will be nice later on. But I think I'm going with Spirit Healer for a little bit. Oh. Then let's get down there. Oh wait, no. There are already some Darkspawn there that are just asking for a fireball, aren't they? No, don't move, don't move, don't move! Oh, wait. Those move in, at least. Well, that wasn't too bad. Again, this was fine. Only this alpha is giving me a little bit of trouble. But not too much.
As you wish. This should be easy enough.
Also, maybe I can get this.
As you wish.
I'm too slow with this.
Let's get started.
Fail? No! Oh, quick sake. Oh, that's more than a full gold. Not bad.
As you wish. As you wish.
And what do we have here? Exactly, Darkspawn.
Let's finish.
Maybe we can do our usual game again. No. Nope. Messed it up. You two get this Furlock.
As you wish.
Morgan, retreat a bit, please. While I need more mana.
Next! Show me what you've got!
I wanted more mana. Oh, there's another one. How about... No, not good yet. Don't run into that. Let the ogre run through it. And why can't I get more mana?
They'll never know what hit him.
Still doomed, just so you know.
What about the other ogre? And now I go into the... No, I can't go into the smithy. Oh, I messed it up. Anyone else?
Let's get started.
Oh, where did you come from? Sapphire. I wanted to double check on... Ah, goodness, I messed it up. Hope that was it. Then maybe it's best I sneak in through the mill like I... No, no! Why is the mill closed? Okay, I'll take the front entry. I hope someone left the gate open. And the portcullis isn't dropped. Alright. Maybe this is a good start.
Weapons at the ready. As you wish.
Could I please? What happened to my fireball? What happened to your blizzard? What's going on here? You. What? Why can't I really zoom out? What is this? A roof. Yes, it's a roof. Alright, let's retreat. Let that... Oh, hello there.
Victory shall be mine!
Maybe you can stun them? I just want to... a good overview. What is this? Really? And get me more mana.
This should be easy enough.
Good job.
Too easy.
Oh, we need to take care of that one. And how about... I fear we'll lose this battle just because I can't get a good look at everything. And I don't want to be stunned.
An order.
They'll never know what hit him.
There. That got rid of a couple. I don't want you to be stunned.
Time for a little cleanup.
Oh, what? Why are we all paralyzed? I don't want to be paralyzed. Morrigan, heal, please. Shale. Can't. My dog can't. Morrigan, please heal me. We need 2 mages for this. This is so ugly.
Let's get started.
You try this. attack. Some more mana, some more mana. Drain life. Drain life. There we go. Then...
As you wish.
Maybe we can freeze you before we have to go any closer. And vulnerability might be nice.
Hurry.
Alright, let me loot for a moment. What else we got? What else we got? One Herlock Alpha. Alright. If it's really just a one...
On it.
Oh.
Time for a little cleanup. Armed and dangerous, ready for action. You had it coming.
Come on, I don't want to be stunned.
Right.
I said I don't want to be stunned. Okay, Morrigan, you need to heal me. And then maybe drain life. Resist it? Really?
Let's make this quick, shall we? Let's get started. Ha! You're getting sloppy!
I'm getting sloppy here.
Right. This should be easy enough.
Really? Really?
Victory shall be mine!
Oh, you resisted that? You resisted again? You are very resistant, apparently.
Let's get started.
Maybe that's better. And stop headbutting my dog. Automobile crunch. So it's gonna be this.
Ready for action.
I am your death.
I mean, we're getting there, sure, but maybe you could go up a little. Maybe I need to heal Morrigan. Well, Morrigan... No! No, 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 no. Hold on, what can I do?
Time for a little cleanup.
Maybe stun? Yes, that worked. And maybe walk over there.
Smaller digits first.
Was that it?
My lord, you're here. Thank goodness.
Did the Darkspawn get into the castle?
Some did, yes, but we were able to close the gates and kill the ones in the courtyard. I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden. Your comrade Riordan arrived just ahead of the Darkspawn attack. He has urgent news for you.
Alright, then take me inside.
I should take you to the hall right away, my lord. They'll be waiting for you there.
Even though I wanted to loot that ogre. But hey.
It is a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
How certain are we that this is good information?
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
Well, has word been sent to Denerim?
Word has been sent, but they need more than warning. They need our armies.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The Archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
Make her preserve us.
And we won't be able to reach Denerim within 2 days.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
Yeah, so why didn't we stay in Denerim? It is the capital. It was the obvious target, so yeah. Is it even possible to reach the city in time now?
Perhaps not. But what is important is that we know where the Archdemon will be. If we do not defeat the Archdemon, it will not matter if Denerim is saved or the Horde defeated. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the Archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march. And hope the army collected here gives you the chance you need. Arleman, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak, Your Majesty.
Then give the order. The longer we delay, the longer Denerim will be at the mercy of the Horde.
Alright. I guess we're off to war then.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
Excellent.
Then if you and Alistair could meet me before you retire, we have Grey Warden business to discuss.
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
Though actually I wanted to go back into the village.
On it.
Wait, no, that's not the exit, that's way up. Where's the exit? Did you wall off the exit?
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no. House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about.
Is there a problem with the Dwarven forces?
Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly. They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar. Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arsed thinking that got us into the mess after Endrin passed. It was our good fortune that you decided to go to Orzammar when you did, Grey Warden. For all that a surfacer needed our help, I expect we needed yours more.
Well, shouldn't all of you be resting as well?
Resting? Who can rest after the march we had just getting here? You tall races have it so easy.
That and we're kept up thinking about the coming battle.
Are things truly that desperate? Do we stand a chance of losing?
We'll find a way to win. We just have to.
I hope you're right. Under the open sky is a terrible place to consider dying, that's for sure.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
Alright, what else can I do here? Yeah. Oh, there's my dog, there's Shale. Oh, Bodan and Sandal made it. Bodan, maybe you can do something for me.
Ah, fancy meeting you here. I heard rumours that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask.
Yeah, let me see what you have. And maybe I got something for you as well.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
Health poultices. I mean, not bad, but expensive right now. Tome of Physical Technique. Did this get cheaper? Haven's Wrath. That's actually not too bad. Grandmaster Frost Rune. Master Paralyzer. Grandmaster Frost Rune could be nice. But first, let me see what I can give you. I can give you studded leather boots. How about that? It's nice, but... yeah, you know what? I'm gonna equip it. I fear my dog will run into my... Sapphire... into my Thunderstorm over and over. Journeyman Silverit. Journeyman Lightning. Do I really have to sell all my Journeyman stuff? I kind of don't want to. But I fear I have to, just to make room. Potentially better stuff, though I will regret not having all of that when the time comes. Yeah. Now I could get a Grandmaster Frost Rune. Huh. Yeah, I'll take it. Heaven's Wrath. It's not that crazy. What does Morrigan have? Spirit damage, 5 spell power, both. Chance of paralysis. No, I gotta say, even though Morrigan's current stuff is 1 tier lower, I like the chance of paralysis. And it's more spirit damage, and Morrigan does do spirit damage with this, with Death Cloud, and Drain Life, and Curse of Mortality. Yeah, I think I'll leave it be. How many flasks do I have? 29. So I could get 70 at your cheap prices. A little bit more of that, maybe. No, I don't have ingredients for that stuff. But I do have me some lyrium dust and elf fruit. Yes, I still have elf fruit. Yeah. Let me check. Morrigan. You know what? Just for the moment, going to unequip some stuff. I want to redo that a little bit later. And as for Alistair, this is restricted, this is restricted, this is bad anyway. Yeah, that doesn't matter. But I might double check on Morrigan. So let's get up there.
Right.
Wait, I forgot Morrigan's other stuff. Okay, let me get down again. Apparently I can do this only on the ground floor, even though Morrigan wasn't on the ground floor. Maybe I should even leave this be. Maybe I should return to Spellweaver. Should I? I mean, Topsider's Honor is not bad at all. It's a higher tier, so that's more damage and crit chance and stuff like that anyway. Spellweaver though gives me a plus on magic. But I got this great rune against Darkspawn on Topsider's Honor. Of course I could ask Sandal to remove that rune and put it into Spellweaver. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Sandal, my dear.
Enchantment?
Yes.
Enchantment!
So, Topsider's Honor. Remove these good Silverid rune and put it into Spellweaver. Fire damage is nice, or do I have something better? Cold damage? Spell resistance. Spell resistance could also be nice. Less damage, but spell resistance. Yes, I'll go with a little bit more defensive. And then this could have cold, and fire. Ice, ice, fire. Yeah, that's alright. And yeah, these are right now only +4 versus Darkspawn, +6 versus Darkspawn. Yeah, let's keep it at that. Thank you, Sandal. And now I will return to Spellweaver. Should I find some undead, then I might change to Topsiders Honor, although now the cold damage is not good against undead, actually. Now Topsiders Honor is actually a little bit more all-rounded. Yeah, it's not so great. Maybe I should have gone with that +10 against undead rune that I was offered once. Anyway, thank you, the two of you. Sandal, Boden, where would I be without you? Well, probably also in Redcliffe. What else we got up here? I haven't been up here yet. Oh, this door is a wall. And yeah, what about this door? No one's looking. Oh. Well, then nobody saw me failing. What do we have over here? Anyone here before I talk to Riordan? Oh, Morgan! Hey!
I wish to ask a question of you.
Go ahead.
I wish to know your opinion of love.
This came a bit out of nowhere, didn't it?
I would hardly call it nowhere. We have been close for some time now. You are impressive in many ways, and you even protected me from Flemeth without hope of reward. I feel anxious when I look upon you. I dislike this sense of dependency. 'Tis a weakness I abhor. If this is love, I wish to ascertain that you do not feel the same.
And if I do love you?
Then we are both fools, and we need to do something immediately. I have allowed myself to become too close. This is a weakness for us both.
Love is not a weakness, Morrigan.
You are not listening to me. Do not be such a fool. This is for your own good. I am not like other women. I am not worth your distraction, and you are not worth mine.
You totally are worth my distraction.
You are impossible. Have it your way, but I will tell you truly now. You will regret it in the end.
Wasn't that sweet?
There you are.
Oh.
Let's go see what Riordan has to say.
There you are. Hold on.
You're both here. Good. You're new to the Grey Wardens, and you may not have been told how an archdemon is slain. I need to know if that is so.
You mean there's more to it than just, say, chopping off its head?
So it is true. Duncan had not yet told you. I had simply assumed. Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn?
Yeah, I have wondered.
The Archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn. But should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the Archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead.
That doesn't sound very healthy or pleasant.
A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the Archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Meaning the Grey Warden who kills the Archdemon dies?
Yes. Without the Archdemon, the Blight ends. It is the only way.
So, see, it is wise to have more Grey Wardens, and you already mentioned that you have the necessary equipment to, go through the joining for someone. So maybe we can ask some of the people in those armies we gathered, maybe some of the dwarves, some of the Dalish, some of Redcliffe's knights, or even of the mages from the circle might volunteer to join. How about that? We could have a dozen Grey Wardens if we have the materials. What do you think of that? So, why should it be to only the three of us? Why can't we have more? Why not go with another joining?
In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and little enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
And you avoided my question. Can I talk to you?
You should get some sleep before morning. There will be much to do when the army marches.
Yeah, much to do. How about we make another joining? Did you think about that? No? You totally ignore my idea? Really? Who made you Senior Warden of Jada?
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
I know. We've talked just a few minutes ago. In this room. And you were already standing there. So of course I'm not alarmed. I'm glad to see you.
I did not come here to speak of sentimental things. I came here to speak with you. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole. I know what happens when the Archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
You said you didn't come here to speak of sentimental stuff, but you actually went to this room and talked to me about sentimental stuff. Could you make up your mind? Are you confused? Are there some weird fumes from this fireplace? Is this place still haunted by that puberty demon that possessed Ban Tegan? What do you even mean? Also, it's not a loop in your hole, isn't it a hole in your loop?
I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual. Performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
What sort of ritual is this?
It is old magic. From a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names.
And from where did you get this ritual?
From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time.
So you knew about the sacrifice even before Riordan told me?
I did. Would you have believed me if I had been the one to tell you? I have my
Yes?
doubts.
But nothing comes without a price, right?
Perhaps. But that price need not be so unbearable, especially if there is much to be gained. All I ask is that you listen to what I have to offer, nothing more.
Very well. What is your plan?
What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The archdemon is still destroyed with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
You want to have my child? Morrigan, that's crazy. I mean, I love you, and you also expressed your feelings toward me. There is certainly affection between us. But think about it. We can't possibly bring a child into a world where people like Alistair are running around.
Think about what I offer you. The chance to avoid death. Or better yet, the chance to slay the archdemon and live as a hero. No Grey Warden has ever done this. In return, I conceive a child. One who will be born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away. And you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
Then how could I protect it against all those Alistairs in the world? No, I won't agree to this.
I see. There is, of course, another option. I speak, of course, of Alistair. He is a Grey Warden just as you are, and would also serve for the ritual. The trick, of course, would be to get him to comply. To me, he would not listen, but to you, I think he just might.
No, you're just making this worse. You can't possibly think that Alistair deserves you, or a child. No way.
Do not let your foolish pride condemn you. No Grey Warden asked for the sacrifice that is now demanded of them, and I offer all of you a way out. Will you not reconsider?
No, because this way, I am able to sacrifice Alistair. Don't you understand that? No. The answer is no, my dear Morrigan.
Then you are a fool. I will not stand by and watch you waste this opportunity. Die if you feel it is worthwhile, or be overshadowed. I care not.
Please, don't do this. I really feel for you.
Yes, but not enough. Fare you well, my love. Should you live past the morrow, I trust it will only be with regret.